So starting in our mountain posture, let's just take one cleansing breath to start taking a slow breath in. Opening the mouth and sigh it out. When you're ready with an inhale, taking the arms high. As we exhale, let's dive in, forward fold, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're just going to step straight back into our downward facing dog this morning. If you would like to add a vinyasa, please feel free to do so. Taking a breath here. As we exhale, coming onto the tiptoes, we're going to bring this right knee towards the nose, push the mat away. We're going to plant that right foot. With a slow inhale, we're going to take the arms nice and high, transition into our crescent lunge. Take a breath here, start to open into those left hip flexors, really lengthening them out. Squeeze into that back leg and take one last breath. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands through to heart center. We're going to slowly gaze over that big toe. And we're going to just jump that left foot in slightly. We're going to transition, leading with that left heel into a warrior three. So you can either stay here, creating that T-shape with the body, or you can float the hands towards the back of the space. We're taking 2 more breaths here. Keep those left toes flexing towards you. And as we exhale, bending into the right knee, we're going to place the right hand towards the top right corner of the mat. We're going to open that left hip, send the left toes to the left side of the space and find our half moon. Again, keeping those left toes flexed towards the body. Taking a breath here. Breath out. One last breath. And as we exhale, gazing towards the back of the mat, slowly lowering that left knee, we're going to transition back into our crescent lunge, taking a breath here, reaching those fingertips high. Let's exhale, plant the hands. Stepping back into our plank position, take a vinyasa, knees, chin and chest, maybe chaturanga, upward facing dog, however you'd like to do it. As we exhale, let's head back into our downward facing dog. Taking a slow breath in. Slow breath out. Coming onto the tiptoes. Bringing that left knee towards the nose. Planting that left foot in between the thumbs with an inhale. Use the core. Lift the arms. Find your crescent lunge, your high lunge. Send the back heel away. Really squeezing into that back leg. Squeezing into the right glutes. Taking one last breath. As we exhale, hands through to heart center. Gaze over the big toe. Maybe jump that back foot in slightly. And with a slow inhale, lead with that right heel as we transfer the weight into the left leg, creating a T-shape with the body. A little tip here is if you press the palms into each other, it's going to help with the balance. To either stay as you are or float the arms back. Taking a slow breath in. Slow breath out. If you fall, that's fine. Slowly find your way back. Bending into the left knee. Planting the left fingertips towards the corner of the mat. This hand is the foundation of our half moon. So really gripping onto the floor. Opening that right hip. Sending the right toes to the right side of the space. And taking that right hand overhead. Find your half moon. Taking a few breaths here. Last breath. As we exhale, gazing towards the back of the mat, bending into the front knee. Notice where that right foot is landing. Let's inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, planting the hands. Stepping back into our plank position. Take your vinyasa. As we exhale, heading back into our downward facing dog. Sending that tailbone high. Taking a slow breath in. As we exhale, we're going to bring the feet in slightly, bend at the knees, gaze to the hands. With the exhale, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, chin to chest. Bending at the knees, let's slowly rise all the way up, nice and slow. Sweeping the fingertips all the way to the ceiling. And with an exhale, coming into our Samastiti, taking a breath here. And when you're ready, we're just going to finish with a few standing balances. So let's spread the toes on the right foot, making sure all four corners of the right foot is grounded towards the mat. Maybe bringing the hands through to heart center or onto the hips. We're going to slowly find our tree. So you may be here with the left ankle, left foot over the right ankle, maybe the left foot across the right shin, or maybe take that left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Just make sure it's not across the knee. And taking a few breaths, find your point of focus, usually 1 meter out in front of us, towards the floor. Working with the breath, taking a slow breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more breaths. We've got that external rotation in this left hip here. Last breath. And when you're ready, we're going to carefully unhook that left leg. Take a deep bend into the right knee and hook that left ankle over that right thigh. So we're flexing the left toes towards the body. The deeper we bend into this right knee, the deeper the stretch is going to be into those left glutes. So again, find your point of focus about 1 meter out in front of you towards the floor. And just take a few breaths here. Take a slow breath in. Slow breath out. One last breath. The breath really helps with the balance here, helps to clear the mind and focus. And as we exhale, carefully straighten through that right leg, releasing the left hand to the mat, releasing the arms, maybe just pedal out the feet before we go on the opposite side. So spreading the left toes, really grounding through all 4 corners of that left foot, bringing the hands through to heart center. Slowly finding your tree, feel free to head to a wall, or maybe challenge yourself. Just take a few breaths. Pressing the hands into each other is going to help with the balance. Working with your breath is going to help with the balance. We're staying here for 2 more breaths. Imagine someone has a piece of string and they're pulling it out of your head. Really see if you can find that extra length. Taking 1 last breath. As we exhale in your own time, releasing that right leg, bending into the left knee and finding our standing figure of 4, lowering the hips down. We're staying here for 3 breaths. The deeper you bend into the left knee, the deeper the stretch in the glutes will be. Taking 2 more breaths. With the exhale, can you sink those hips a little bit closer to the mat? Taking 1 last breath. As we exhale nice and slow, carefully straighten through the left leg and hooking the right, releasing the arms down. Taking a slow breath in, reach the hands up. And as we exhale, bring the hands through to heart center, releasing the hands back to the mat.